Hey everybody! Alright, today we're making my giggle tarts. Oh, I love my giggle tarts. Okay, so we're going, now some people call these wax melts. You put them in an oil warmer, tart warmer, wax melt warmer, Scentsy tart warmer, whatever you want to call it. This is a little clamshell, and I actually got some wax on the bottom of this one. It's a little dirty. They just close up so beautifully. They've got 6 little cavities, and you're supposed to just fill them just right to the division so you can pop one at a time, but I go ahead and fill them up above that. I think the customers like getting more for their monies. And also, I don't charge a cheap price like $2 for these. I charge $5 for these because they have essential oils in them. So now we've got 2 pounds of wax almost melted.
Oh, no, it's ready.
Oh, it's ready. Can you just leave it in the warmer because I'm not ready for the wax.
Oh.
Okay, so what we're making is our giggle tarts. So let me give you the recipe. This is 1 ounce of patchouli to 1 pound of wax. You use 1 ounce of essential oils. I very rarely deviate from that. So we've got 2 pounds of wax brewing. So I'm doing 1 ounce of patchouli, which is a natural euphoric. Okay, don't put you to sleep, it puts you to giggling. All right, and we are using 1/2 ounce of peppermint. That would be 0.5. And 1/2 ounce of ginger grass, which is also a euphoric. If you do not have the ginger grass, but you have the patchouli and the peppermint, you can just use, I would still just use 1/2 ounce of peppermint because of the fact that you're going to get stinging of the eyes if you put too much peppermint in this. So 1/2 ounce of peppermint and 1.5 ounces of patchouli, but the ginger grass sure does make it nice. All right. Okay, so here it is. The pot sits beautifully on the edge of my pot, and there's the oil, the wax melting in there on my stove, and that's how we do it. I get the water boiling with the lid, but don't put the lid on once you get the wax in there. Don't even prop it on there because the steam will hit the lid and then water will drop down in your wax, and we don't want water in our wax. All right, so Bridget, bring it on.
Oh.
Bring it on.
Well,
Now, I use these little plastic containers that you'll get at the Dollar Tree, places like that. But wax, we measure oils in these, and oils is bad to clean to plastic. So I like to clean my container with a little alcohol before I use it with a clean cloth. So this is 2 pounds of wax that has melted, and we have a big pot of water over there. And this is a wax melting container or pitcher that I bought at Peak Candles. And it's just perfect for melting your wax, but you can melt your wax on a double boiler. And so far we have been under 160 degrees. We must be under 160 degrees to add our essential oils. And we need to be 135 or less to put our wax in the clamshells. And this wax is a little bit hotter than the other two because I guess we had more, we'd added boiling water. So this wax is right at 162. So we've got to let this cool a touch. So I'll let you turn off the camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're just going to slowly pour, and I pour directly in the center and just come right over the top of the grid, just lightly overfilling them from their prescribed amount. Sort of like filling an ice tray. If you just fill at the center, the other trays just slowly get filled as it leaches out. And you can't move these until they become solid. And why do we not fill these until the wax is 135 degrees?
Because it'll melt the containers.
That's right, it will melt these little containers.
And then you'll have hot wax everywhere.
Everywhere.
That would not be fun to clean up.
No, it wouldn't. Ooh, everybody's going to get extremely happy around here. This is one of the most wonderful ones to have during the holidays in your warmer, because all your relatives are very happy relatives. Uh-oh, we're not filling that one. Let's see if I can scrape out enough to fill it. No. Looks like somebody gets to take one home to play.
Ooh.
Woohoo! All right. So I will let you take those to the sink. And now we'll let these come to a completely solid state before they're moved. Okay, so this is the label that I use for these. I buy these from Planet Label. And we'll get this up here where hopefully you can see it. And that's just perfect for sticking on the top of these things. You can use a smaller label where more of the wax shows, but I find these to be really nice. They have a 2x2 that would be nice. This is 2 by 3.5, and you get 10 labels per sheet. And how many? 100 sheets come in the box. So 10 times 100 is how many you get, and these are so affordable. I love Planet Label for buying my stickers. And you can download the template for either PDF or Word off of their website, right where the label is. The templates are there to download, and then you just fill in the blanks and tell your printer to print. I have found that you print one sheet at a time. Don't try to put several sheets of this in your printer. The first sheet will go through fine, but the second sheet will not move correctly, and they'll be off. So you have to put one sheet in and say print. Put another sheet in and say print to get, or at least every printer I've had, this is the way it is. These here were looking really glassy on top, but now they're looking opaquer, and once they become opaque, then you can safely move them. Remember, do not close them up. If you've ever put a loaf of bread in the car and had it come back to it steamed up and the bread wet, that's what happens here. The moisture rises up out of the product, layers up on the top of the lid, and then drops back down as it cools, and you have a layer of water on your product that you don't want. So make sure that you leave these open until they're completely room temperature.